What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? We said we was gonna do something big for our fans, and we wanted to welcome you guys to Conversations. My name is TBJ, and
My name is Revis Brown.
oh Lord, we're gonna have a conversation today, huh, player?
Hey, we're gonna have a conversation. We're gonna keep it entertaining and we're gonna hopefully hope that people get something out of this.
Okay, well, hopefully you like the music that I selected for you, Mr. RB. And is that R&B or is that just Revis Brown?
Oh, I like both of them. Hey guys, you gotta have a little rhythm, and sometimes when you're dealing with conversations about relationships, there's a little blues involved in it.
Okay, well, I like that. So we having conversations. So what are we gonna talk about today, player?
Today, let's talk about the meet. Where are good places to meet people and where are bad places to meet people. Let's just talk about the meet. Let's meet some people and figure out where to go from there.
Okay, I like that. The meet. Where do people meet? You got a little situationship, Revis.
Look at let's make this clear right off the bat. Reavers do not do ships. So I don't
What?
do relationship. I don't do situationships. I don't do cruise ships. I don't do friendships. I don't do ships, period.
Oh, Lord, he said he don't do no ships. So what if there's a lady that like you? What would you do then?
I would do an entanglement.
An entanglement? Break that down for us.
Entanglement is where if you like somebody, you can hang out with them. There's no commitment, and you guys can do the horizontal poker, and she go about her way, and you go about your way. That's the way it goes. That's an entanglement.
Entanglement. So there's gonna be a little kissing involved, right? Yeah, no kissing cousins though, but some kissing involved with these entanglements.
Oh man, look at here, man. I told you I don't do ships. So therefore, everybody is either a brother, a sister, a cousin, a uncle, a auntie, or something like that right there. And if I find a girl I really like, well, she may be kissing cousin.
Oh, so you're gonna kiss her on the lips like this, the background.
Hey, 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 there might be her lips right there.
I love it. So, where do you meet people at, Revis? That's what I want to know, because I'm in the digital age. I like to meet them online.
I kind of reevaluated the way I was meeting people because the entanglements that I have got into in the past weren't exactly the best thing. You know, it's like this right here. I am a man, and a man actually, we are more physical creatures. So when we meet a person, we look for the physical attraction to them. So therefore, I'm going to look for the woman with the tatas and the nice shape and the pretty face and all that there, because even though I am Mr. Sexy Man, I'm also not the exactly best looking man. So therefore, I have to find me something that really looks good in order to give the kids a fighting chance. So if you're ugly, you got to get you a pretty woman. So if y'all have kids, the kids don't have to get talked about going through school and everything. So therefore, you give the kids a fighting chance. You don't want people to be walking and laughing at them at the mall. So therefore, I have to reevaluate where I actually meet women. And where I used to meet them was Family Dollar, Dollar General, Dollar Tree, some of the low end places, because I like mine a little ghetto. And so if you get them a little ghetto, they're usually pretty and everything else, but they come with a lot of headaches and they come with a lot of children and a lot of problems. But I like to take those women that I meet, take them to a different status, and then elevate them and show them something different.
Oh, okay. So you like to meet the people um, on a different level, is what you're saying. You like the you say you like the getting a higher education to teach others, the ghetto, right?
Right.
uh,
I like ghetto women.
ain't nothing wrong with Shaniqua and Bonquisha and Teresa, and ain't nothing wrong with them. I want to get into what your type is, but where? So you say you like to find them at like the Dollar Generals or at the grocery stores. Is that what you like?
Right. And then see, we have to get into what your type is because that is what you're going to be looking for when you go to meet a woman or when you go meet a man. You're going to be looking for the type that you like, even though you have to go further into them to find out if you're going to be a match or not. So you have to go for the type.
Well, hold on, Revis. We was just talking about where we gonna meet the people, right? That was the basis of it. And you can meet them through family and friends, cause everybody like the little hookup. Hey, I know somebody that might be good for you, cause they have a personality that I think that might be good. You could also meet them in social circles, like maybe like a church setting or a workplace, or even meeting them in public places. You walking at the park or maybe you walking down the street. But I don't know. If you ain't got no car, I don't know if they want to holler at you. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that's something that women would be interested in. Yeah, I don't know. But you got to talk about where you meet folks first, right?
Right. And sometimes, hey, you have to meet them walking somewhere. Hey, it's not bad to not have a car and have to take Uber or walk or take public transportation. You know, that right there is what I'm attracted to. I told you I like ghetto.
Oh, okay. Well, I ain't mad. Oh, well, they gotta walk in the Dollar General. They gotta pick up something, so you catching them walking. That's what you say, right? I don't
Right.
know.
Right. That's what I used to like, but it didn't work out very well. So I had to change my strategy. And so now my meat is Dollar General. It's still Family Dollar, and it may be McDonald's or Target or Walmart. But the only difference is I find one that actually has a job and is working behind the counter. I don't look for the ghetto ones now. I look for the ones at least part of the working class.
Okay, so they ghetto working class is what you're saying.
Hey, 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 but they're still part of the working class. We're gonna take the ghetto out of it now. We just gonna call it, hey, working class. They up a little notch from the ghetto.
Okay, I got you. Well, I guess so. Now we talked about where you meet them at. What about somebody that hasn't had a chance to meet anybody? Where should they meet these people at? Should they meet them at the Walmarts, the Targets, the what'd you say, the Dollar Generals and the Family Dollar? Should they meet them there? Is that your should that be a good meeting spot?
If you haven't met anyone and you're just out and about and you want to meet someone, you can meet them at the gas station. You can meet them at a restaurant. You can meet them at a club. I'm not going to suggest the club because you might get the element that you not looking for real. I mean, if you
What's
go to
that?
a club, you might get a person that likes to party all the time. If you go to a bar, you may get someone who likes to drink all the time. You got to watch where you go. I like to go to the casinos from time to time, but I don't mess with the women that I meet at the casino because I don't need someone that has a gambling habit and then I have to pay all these bills and everything else just to talk to her. So you have to watch out where you go. In today's world, in today's world, social media, dating sites, back pages and plenty of fish, that's where people are going to meet people. They're not meeting people like we did when we grew up, where you just go out and just happen to see someone at the store. Hey, how you doing? What's your name? But it's not done the same way anymore. And then dating is not the same as it used to be when we grew up. Dating is practically you sit at a table with someone to eat and they're on their phone and you're on your phone, and then you decide that if you look up every once in a while, hey, I like her or I like him, and there it is right there. That's dating these days.
So basically, as long as the man is spending some coin, she like him because she get to eat. Is that what you telling me?
Hey, Munyon moves the world.
Oh Lord, I need somebody with a little intellect. You know what I'm saying? Some digital intellect that understand Chat GPT and Gemini. That's what I need. But I mean, to each his own, and whatever float they boat. That's all that matter, right?
Right, and I'm looking at that penthouse of yours, and I was just wondering, with that big old penthouse, you ever met Rosie from the Jetsons?
No, I ain't met Rosie, but I got a couple electronics that clean my house. But I'm gonna find me a digital love partner real soon. I know I am. I know what I'm looking for. She gotta be smart. She gotta have a big butt. No, I
Is
like
she?
that.
You like older digital, or you like newer digital? Siri is older, and then you
No,
talk
we gotta
about
get with the
newer. You
new
maybe
school.
talk about Gemini.
We gotta get with the new school, cause the Geminis and the Open AIs and the Deep Seeks. That's me. And for the ones that don't know, you might have to get a little game, cause we're gonna break this down to you real soon. How all that stuff work. If you watch the show on Wednesdays, uh, we gotta talk about a little technology. If you understand, Siri is too old for me. I need somebody that's younger. So they might have somebody that's coming down the pipeline that I can date in the near future. You know what I'm saying, Revis,
How about
baby?
how about Alexa? How about Alexa?
She in college. You know what I'm saying? I can rock with her a little bit. She all right. She all right. But Siri, she too old for me. And now that Google got this new thing called Gemini, have you tried it, Revis?
Oh yes, I mess with Gemini all the time.
Oh man, that Gemini be doing some things for me, man. I just challenge you guys to open up your phone. It's available on iOS and Android, and download Gemini. It might already be on your phone. And press the button and ask any question and see how smart it is. See, I need somebody like that could be in the penthouse. That's what get them in the penthouse. You know what I'm saying, player?
Right, and the question you ask is, what kind of woman would I meet at Dollar General, a Family Dollar, or Dollar Tree?
Hmm, that would be interesting. We need to try that. Somebody in the comments that's watching the video right now, go open up Gemini and say, what kind of woman would you meet at a Dollar General? Let us know in the comments what you think. Look, look, speaking of that, we want to educate y'all, if that makes sense, on a couple of things. And we got this segment that we call the word of the day. Now look, I ain't trying to be funny or nothing like that, but we want to expand your mind. So we got this word, y'all, and we would love for you to get a better understanding of it. But it has something to do with love, relationships, and building, if that makes sense. Is that right, Revis? Is that a good way to put it?
That is a perfect way of putting it.
Okay, well, look, I got this word, ludus. That's the word today, ludus. That's our word of the day. It says it comes from a Latin word for play or game. And the way they break it down is it says, in turn, ludus love refers to playful, fun, or game like love. Now, Revis, you are the man that breaks down all this stuff. How do you break down the word ludus?
I really like the word ludus because we're talking about the meat. We're talking about how you meet a person. And when you talk about the word ludus, you're talking about when you're unattached, you don't have anything going on, you meet a person and you have that playful puppy love when you first meet them. And you like to play games and you like to have fun and there's no obligation or anything. That is ludus. Ludus is when you uh just like to have fun. When you meet and you do that puppy love and you do the little playful things and they like that and it's before you actually get into a relationship. So you know how you meet someone and you get to calling and you want to talk at nighttime and you tell your little jokes and you have fun and you want to play these little games and you know how it is. That is ludus. Ludus is a good word for the meet because that's what you do once you meet someone.
Now, I got a question before I break this down a little bit further. Have you ever used this word ludus before, Revis?
I have not used the word ludus, but I have been called ludicrous.
Oh.
I'm just saying, I've been called. They said some of the things I do is ludicrous.
Okay, well, for anyone that's watching, it basically says living in the moment rather than worrying about tomorrow. It tends to be commitment phobic. Yeah, you got the cooties when you want to be committed. You don't want to be non exclusive, making it more casual than other forms of love. Alright, so that's ludus. Alright, you can have love like humor, like Reva said. Give them compliments, surprises, spontaneity, and flexibility. So, hey, if I say, hey, I need you to pull up on me to this hackathon, and it's tomorrow, it's spontaneity. We're going on a little date. Maybe Revis might say, I'm at the Dollar General, and you know what? I got a little picnic for this weekend, and let's do it. It's just spur of the moment. Let's do it. Are you down to go out with Revis and me at the hackathon? Let us know in the comments.
And I am very spontaneous.
Oh, I like that. So look, I challenge you to use this word ludus. And now that you know what it is, don't be afraid to use it. So now you know. Put it in your vocabulary when you start meeting somebody new, all right? Is that fair, Revis?
That is fair. Hey, use these words. That's why we're teaching them to you.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about. I don't know if I like calling you Revis. I might have to start calling you Mr. R&B. That's your
Hey,
name,
hey,
Mr.
hey,
R&B.
hey. If it works, it works.
Oh, okay, all right. All right, so you said the topic for the day is we're breaking it down to the people. What are we discussing today, Revis?
We are discussing the meet, where you meet people, and where's the best places to meet people. And like I said, I like to meet people at usually the lower end stores because I like ghetto. But we can still talk about places to meet that are a little more upscale, where you meet a little bit more stable people.
Okay.
So when we talk about that, we talk about meeting people at the mall. Let's say you go to Macy's and you're trying to buy something, or Saks Fifth Avenue. You're a little bit more upscale. You tend to meet someone that is not as ghetto, or have to meet someone a little more upscale. Or maybe you may even meet someone at church. Those are all good places to meet people. Those people tend to be a little bit more stable, but
Not
you have to
really.
also watch. I'll finna say you also have to watch out for the red flags.
Uh-oh. But look, I know you said meet them at the mall, but who go to the mall when they be online shopping? The people with, I know you said the bottom of the barrels where you at, but what if they got a little bit more taste and they don't like to go to the mall? What? So for me, why don't they meet at a seminar, a conference, where they learning something? Because, see, that's my type of swag right there. I want to meet you at a conference or a seminar because we have some like-minded interests. You know what I'm saying? I like tech conferences, and maybe I might meet you there, and now you might be picking up some gems that I need to learn, and I'm picking up some gems that you might need to learn. And then this will be a great spot because it's in a setting that we both feel comfortable in, right?
Right. Okay. Yes, you can meet them at some type of meeting. You can meet them at work. You can meet them at seminar. But regardless of where you meet a person, it does not define them because crazy is everywhere. Ghetto is everywhere. It doesn't matter where you go. Yeah, you might be like minded, but that person may be a little skeptical. So, when you meet a person and you decide to date them and take them out and all that right there, then you have to remember what they call red flags. And if you don't know what a red flag is, I'm going to tell you what a red flag is. A red flag is something that we commonly see that we put it off because we really like this person and then we end up paying for it later. That's what a red flag is.
Mm. Well, they say red flags in dating are the warning signs that indicate potential problems in a relationship, and recognizing them in early that can help you avoid those unhealthy dynamics. So that's what we trying to do. So you don't want to get called for love bombing now. Do you know what that one is, Revis? Love bombing? What'd you say love bombing was?
Uh-oh. I say, I don't know what love bonding is. Go ahead and explain it to me.
Okay, well, look, let me break this down to you. Love bombing, this is when someone overwhelms you with excessive affection and attention early in the relationship. And while it may feel flattering, it can be a tactic to manipulate and control you later on. That's love bombing, Revis. You ever been caught in a situation like that?
I'm always in a love bonding situation. Love bombing, look at here. Love bombing pretty much is what you use to bait fish.
Mm.
So they use that to bait me. I use that to bait them. And once we get them wrapped in, we stop doing it. And when you stop doing it, that's when you start having problems in your relationship. And you need to email conversation so we can help you work it out.
I like that. All right, I'm going to give you one more. They got a whole bunch of them, but how about moving too fast? So you went to the Dollar General, I went to the seminar, and they say if the relationship progresses at an unusually rapid pace, it could be a sign of emotional instability or a lack of genuine connection. Healthy relationships typically develop gradually. What about that one, Revis?
Man, I like when things move too fast. That usually mean I'm gonna get lucky that night. That's probably the reason why I go to Dollar General, Dollar Tree, Family Dollar, and all those other little dollar stores. I want to get lucky that same night. But one thing about getting lucky the same night is you usually get what you want. You usually get what you're looking for. And when I say that, I mean if you decide to get into a relationship or an entanglement and you have it long term, usually that person returns back to where you found them.
Okay. All right. Well, you got two things that you didn't learn on red flags. We can discuss how you can meet people. We gave you this word of the day called Ludus, and that means flirting for the people that like entanglements. And then we said we're gonna show you where to meet people in the beginning stages. Well, look, Revis, before we get up out of here, we have this segment called Advice Drop. Here's the question that I have for you.
You know, love languages, there are many of them. And my advice is to find out what your love language is and try to convince the person that you meet the love language that you are trying to give them. A lot of people, the love language is the touch. A lot of people, the love language is the act of service. You know, when they help them with things and all that. The quality time. See, that's my problem there, the quality time. Because of my profession, I am never around, so I can't give you the time. And that is the reason why Revis don't do ships. It's because of the love language. It's the quality time. It's the things that I cannot give you that I know that are very important in a relationship. And because I am always gone, that extended time apart is the thing that really hinders a relationship with me, and that's the reason why Revis don't do ships.
Well,
You
hold
know,
up now. You only named off 3, but there's 5. You can your job since you gone. You can call them and give them words of affirmation, and you can also bring them gifts back when you go to the different areas, and you come back and say, "Hey, since you ain't got time, you can give them a gift. They might like that."
yeah, you're talking about a lot more than that. The physical touch. When I'm gone all the time, you don't have that physical touch. And sometimes I need that physical touch. I'm a truck driver. I'm going to put it out there, simple and plain. I am a truck driver. I go to bed with 2 pillows at night, and 9 months later, I wake up and there's 4 of them on my bed. And every month, I have to buy a new pillowcase for one of those pillows. So I got to put it out there like that. That physical touch is not there. When I need it, she can't give it to me. And when she needs it, I can't give it to her. And that is how infidelity and all this other stuff start. And it's not worth it to me. I have to be real. I got to be real with myself, and I have to be real with her. You know, my job causes me to be gone extended amounts of time, and no gift and no kind of acts of service could actually be good enough in my mind for any person that I decide to get into a relationship with. But I don't do ships. I will do an entanglement, and I may do a long-term entanglement. So what do I say about love languages? Hey, if you can, and you can do those acts of service, and you can speak kindly, them beautiful words and everything, and give them that touch and all that other stuff, do it. Do as much as you can to strengthen and make that relationship strong. Just
Okay.
remember that Revis don't do ships.
Revis, Mr. R&B said he don't do ships. All right, look, y'all, this is another episode. Hopefully you enjoyed the episode of Conversations. This is what we're trying to do for the summer. And we want you guys to engage. What did you think of the first episode? Revis, before we get out of here, I know we got to plug some things. What would you like to say to the people?
I would like to say thank you for watching. Come on back next week. And if you truly, truly are looking for love, love is out there for you. Just don't give up. Don't give up. It'll always be there for you. And we'll see you all next week. Watch the next episode. We're going to have some guests for you.
Uh-oh. All right. Well, look, y'all. Look, like Revis just broke it all down. Don't forget, we are live on Wednesdays at 8 o'clock on the Lab Tech Show. This is where we talk tech news. But the whole purpose of this show was to let you see our personality, how we roll. So if you are free on Wednesdays, check us out. And also, we have merch, okay? So make sure you check out our merch line because we have merch and we would love for you to check it out over at shop.tallboy.us. All right, that's shop.tallboy.us. Lastly, before we get up out of here, if you seriously seek, you will seriously find. Never give up on love. This is another episode of Conversations, y'all.
Conversations.
Yeah, we up out of here, y'all. What y'all think of this first episode, y'all? Did we do our thing, y'all? Let us know in the comments what you think. See y'all next week. Y'all be good now. conversations.